The social media world, I think, has pluses and minuses. The pluses is that you're able to connect with somebody, and people can connect with you in spirituality in a way that they couldn't before, and that's fantastic. The minuses are that sometimes it sort of can be a substitute for real connection with people, for church, for community, for God. I mean, it's easier to click than it is to kind of pray. And you can get caught up in the trolls and the flames and things like that, and that can really bring you down, all the kind of negativity on social media. The fame, I think, is, that's a temptation, because, I've gotten to know some people who are pretty well known, and, you see, it's sort of held out to you as this kind of goal. I've had to really just detach myself from that, and to say to myself, what's real authentic love? Authentic love is stuff that comes from your friends, from the church, from God, from prayer, from your family, really from your friends. And the love you get that sort of seems like love from celebrity or fame is false, and it's just it doesn't nourish you, and it's kind of empty. So it's something to be guarded against. Let me say one thing.
Please, yeah.
I think Jesus must have had to deal with this. There are times. One part in the gospel, it says, reports of him spread throughout the countryside. The Greek word that's used for reports is pheme, P-H-E-M-E, pheme. And he had to kind of withdraw when they wanted to make him king, and he needed to withdraw from the crowds. And I think it's to remember what's authentic and what's not. And so, it's great that people follow me on Facebook, and I'm happy about that, and they look at books, which is great. But if I were to rely on the number of likes I got, or retweets I got, or a number of likes I got on Instagram, that is completely false, and it doesn't really mean anything, in terms of nourishing you and kind of reminding you of who you are. So you can become very de-centered and destabilized by relying on that stuff. I'm diving in terms of meeting people at that place, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. But I'm also, in my own life, detaching quite a bit and saying I cannot be on that all the time. That would drive me crazy. And also reminding people that they can't be on it all the time either. I mean, that you can't just be on your Facebook page. You need to, sometimes I say you have to disconnect in order to connect.
Totally.
You have to disconnect from Facebook and social media, and frankly, and emails and phone calls and everything, in order to maintain a contemplative life, in order to kind of connect to the deepest part of yourself, and also on a practical level, in a way that most people, I think, find God more easily, just with friends.
Yeah.
Just going out to dinner and not being like this, but, it's the analog, I think, to the old situation where you're at a party, and I'm talking to you, and then I see someone who's, in terms of social media, it's always happening. So the key is to recognize what's happening, to say that in a sense it can denigrate our real relationships, and to sort of be conscious about how we use it. Social media is just another tool to meet people, but like anything, it can be misused, and I think that it in a sense it is sort of designed to be addictive, because this idea of likes, even that, likes, how many friends you have, and some of these people on my personal page, even my public page is different. I don't know them. And on Instagram, I'm happy to get likes, but I don't know some of these people. So, in a sense, to put all of your eggs in that sort of emotional basket is really setting yourself up for a fall.